slide. Okay, guys. Hi, my name is Sasha. I'm your coach, and tonight I'm going to do the workshop of nutrition. It looks like I'm going to be by myself, but that's fine because I can talk a lot about nutrition. So we're going to cover tonight like basic stuff, to be honest. So we're going to talk about what is nutrition for you, the mental aspect of it, as well as physical. What is it? So we're going to cover a little bit of macros. So what are they? And then we're going to talk about alcohol because it's one of the macronutrients, if you didn't know that. What else? Pre-workout, post-workout, nutrition. And like, yeah, we'll see how we go. So I'm going to share my presentation with you now. Let me do that. Just a second. So, oopsie, can't find it now. Okay, share screen. Sorry, like, so I think, okay, you can see me and my presentation. So I called it Poor Diet Advice. And we're gonna start now. Oopsie. Okay, so nutrition, like you can like ignore what I wrote like in the slides, but just like listen to me talking, all right? So what is a nutrition for you? I'm gonna read the definition first. So nutrition is the biochemical and physiological process by which an organism uses food to support its life. It includes ingestion, absorption, assimilation, biosynthesis, catabolism, and expression. So basically it says like it's physiological process, yeah? And we know like pretty much if like someone asks you about what's that, you can like answer. And we eat food every day to support our life, but it's like recently it's become so complicated. And if you ask like what nutrition is like for you, it's gonna be healthy eating, like bad foods, I don't know, keto diets, etc. It's so complicated. But like we know so many diets at the moment, so I don't know, it's like it's really hard to choose what's right for you. But like if you just stop and think what is a nutrition and what is food to you, I personally believe it's a celebration. So if I'm just gonna sit here and think like what are the brightest moments in my life, and I can tell you a couple of them, they all will be associated with the food. So one of them, I remember how my husband and we went to Bali and we went to that meeting a sunrise at like 3 o'clock in the morning to the volcano, and they served us boiled eggs, which were boiled like underneath the volcano, and like it was a plain white bread with a banana, and it was like amazing. I still remember it. I remember that coffee in Indonesia. I'm craving like Russian pancakes back at home, which my mom usually used to cook for me. So it's all about like association, happy moments. Food is a celebration. We have like cakes on the birthdays, etc. So it's like like more than just digestion, indigestion, the food, they're like breaking it down to all these macronutrients, right? So in my opinion, I'll just read it because it's my opinion. Nutrition is not just the biochemical and physiological processes, but it's also psychological processes. So we've got food attachments, again, like celebration, it's like sweets, drinks, whatever like we're associated with. It could be eating disorders. We can label food like good and bad. Like, is it right? I'm not too sure. But food is also a celebration, yeah? Like that's a full stop and we know each other. So another one, like, have you noticed, for example, how skinny French people, they love their baguette, they love their croissants, and they're so skinny, hey, and they enjoy their food. It's just like amazing. And I found one studies for you guys, and one of the sociological studies were performed where people from France and America were just shown a piece of rich chocolate cake, and they were asked like what first came into their mind. So the French were saying it's a pleasure, joy, and celebration, while almost all Americans responded that they were experiencing guilt. So it's a completely different reaction like happening in your brain when you even have association, bad or good association with food. Or it's like a lot to read. So my advice, if you're going for the chocolate, just like bloody enjoy it. And if you really love milk chocolate, go and buy milk chocolate, all right? So don't don't push yourself to love that, like 95% dark chocolate, because like, to be honest, it tastes like rubber. Okay, so another like study I found that I just love it. It's called Mind Over Milkshakes. You can Google it. It's very, very famous one, and it showed how just our thoughts about food can influence the way we metabolize meals. So this, in this study, like two different, no, sorry, it's two different, so it's one group, and they were offered two shakes. One was described as a like something healthy, like a healthy smoothie, and the other shake was described as indulgent, like super rich in calories and stuff like that. And hello, people had different hormonal responses to these two options, even though like the both shakes were the same. So it just proves again, so just the thought of the food makes the process, like makes all these processes, how we metabolize the food differently. So that like the hormonal response is completely different. So just saying, like, my husband eats chocolates, he loves it, and I just love the way how he reacts on it. Like, I'm like, oh, Simon, we're dieting, but he's like, Sasha, but this is so delicious. And I just love him for that, because whenever I have chocolates, I'm feeling like, oh, I shouldn't do that. So I really, really need to learn a little bit more from my husband. And I think, like, again, I'm not saying you go and eat all the chocolates you see, but I'm saying that whenever you go for it, for your own indulgence, it couldn't be like chocolate, just talking chocolate because I love chocolates. Just like enjoy it, all right? It will metabolize properly. It's your mental health, and just go for it. All right. And then we'll like quickly go to our macronutrients. Everyone has heard what are macros. It's carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and they are the nutrients that are found in all the meals we consume. And when they're broken down in our bodies, they provide us with energy and like other stuff as well. So we'll go through this one. So carbs, no carbs, low carbs. Okay, I just like go quickly what carbs like do for us. So carbohydrates are one of the macronutrients, and every gram of carbohydrates gives you 4 kilocalories. It's fuel for our nervous system, so fuel for your brain. So when you have like migraine, like eat more carbs. It influences our mood and memory, and it also increases absorption of proteins. That's why we always, and like proper coaches, proper nutritionists, they recommend have meals, a mix of carbs and proteins and fats. And another thing, like why all these keto diets are super popular, because that gives you like a really quick result. So apart from that 1 gram of carbohydrates give you 4 kilocalories, it also holds in your body 4 meals of water. So like girls would really understand me. Sometimes we feel like bloated and like, heavier and heavier on the scale. And it's purely because we consume carbohydrates. They hold like a little bit more carbs. And when we like cut them off from our diet, it like, you don't retain fluid and water as much. Move on. So proteins. So everyone is like high protein, like why? Okay, so what is protein? Protein is another macronutrient in our foods. It's another source of energy, and it's the same 1 gram of protein gives you 4 kilocalories. So it builds and repair tissues and muscles. It causes biochemical reactions, which is one of them is digestion, energy production, muscle contraction. Very important for F45 members. It also maintains proper pH, like coffee rises acidity in our body, and it changes pH in our body. It's just, a remark. So it fights infections and transports nutrients within our bodies. Why everyone craves about proteins these days? Because even though you can consume, for example, same amount of calories, like 100 calories from proteins, it fills you up for a little bit longer. You feel fuller for longer, rather than you would eat 100 calories of carbohydrates, you will be hungry in an hour. Does make sense? And another thing, like just for weight loss people, protein, when it's breaking down in our bodies, 30% of its energy spends on just breaking it down. So if you consume like, it's roughly, so if you consume 100 calories of protein, only 30%, like 30 calories spent on just to digest it, and just 70 goes into your body. So for weight loss, yeah, that's why you need to increase protein. That's why I recommend. It's also like really, really good, like to build up your muscle. You're breaking down your muscles like at here during the workouts, and then you repair it like it helps to repair. Okay, fats, love it. Fat is another macronutrient in our bodies. This macronutrient gives you 9 kilocalories per gram. Yeah, so it's very, very dense. So like the functions of it, it's insulation and protection. It's body fat percentage, keeps our internal climate all inside under control. So when it's winter in Russia, I said, like I wrote here, so it's when it's winter in Russia, it regulates our temperature in the body. Yeah. So it's very important. It regulates our hormones. That's why it's very dangerous, particularly for, not just for women, but for men and, yeah, for men and women. If you go on low-fat diets, it really can mess up your hormones. So make sure, you know, you're not doing that. And it's also responsible for transportation of vitamins through our bodies. And another, like, I really like it, it's contributing to smell, taste, and satiety of food. So if you try, you've ever tried fat-free cheese, it doesn't have any much flavor. Or so that's why manufacturers like should come up with some ideas. They add like sugar to yogurts, or, you know, to fat-free yogurts or something, just to make it taste nice, because otherwise, again, it's like a rubber. Okay. With fats, be careful, like I love avocado, I love peanut butter, but the main thing, cheeses, yeah, it's all like all fatty foods. So basically, if you eat a little bit, it's really, really rich. So again, if team lean, attention. So if your goal is a weight loss, then make sure that you consume it, like you don't eat the whole avocado or half of avocados straight away. And again, like it's all healthy, but again, if your goal is a weight loss, you need to monitor. I have a scale. I've got scales whenever I want to, like, you know, to trim down or, you know, lean up a little bit. Not at the moment. Okay, alcohol. This is very exciting, guys. Alcohol is technically its own its own nutrient, and it contains 7 calories. Why no one like packs it up as a fourth nutrient? Guess why? Because it's not essential for survival. Tell us about that, right? So guys, it's very rich as well. Yeah, 7 calories per 1 gram of alcohol. It provides energy and fun. That's it. A little bit more. So when you consume alcohol, your body treats it as poison, and it tries to get rid of it. Yeah. So if, again, so just saying, so have a look, you've got energy in your body, which you spend like during exercises, or just like doing some stuff, like even lying on the couch, you spend energy. When you consume alcohol, your body need to break down calories from alcohol first before it goes to fat storages which you already have. So again, like it's super hard to lose weight if you like keep drinking alcohol. But remember about mental health. So if it makes you feel like super happy, have your glass of wine, but like again, limited to, I don't know, once a week. I don't drink, so I'm not too sure like what's the right amount is for you, but you probably know it better. And again, like just monitor your heart rate. If you drink alcohol and go to bed, your heart rate is like up, and it's again like it's another sign that your body like tries to get rid of this alcohol. It's poison. Okay, no more about that. So you can see like in this slide what I don't know why. Anyways, so red wine has how many grams of alcohol it has, and you can make calculations here. Yes, so red wine, a glass of wine, 18 grams of alcohol times 7. How much is that? Use your calculator. What else? What else? Guys, I'm really sorry, like the last slide, I don't know, it disappeared. It's about pre-workout and post-workout nutrition. I give you like the very basic guidelines, which you like probably already know. It depends on obviously your goal. If it's a, you know, weight loss, it's a muscle gain, it's going to be completely different. But we'll go through everything quickly. And also like depending on type of training, cardio and weights, it's going to be different. So if you train your body to train fasting, that's fine. That's how your body adjusted. Like, you know, it's good for you. You know yourself. If you can't do that, like you probably have, you know, like a little snack before and then go to train, yeah, and then you and then all this energy is broken down, right? Okay, so with weight training, the recommendations, like I would say generic recommendations would be eat at least 1 hour before training to have that energy. And if you lift super heavy, it should be definitely heaps of carbohydrates, but very simple, like a toast with honey. So don't use like toast with peanut butter. Peanut butter really like breaking down. It's a heavy one, you know, like the time which your body will break down fats, like it takes ages. So take something really simple. Banana, I don't know, like shake you will have later, but I personally can have a shake before with berries, bananas, protein, and just water. So carbs, yeah, before the training, if your goal is muscle gain or maintenance. If your goal is weight loss, go a little bit lighter. You understand it all yourself. If it's a cardio recommendation, like, and you know yourself as well. So my recommendation is at least 2 hours. So if I eat like an hour and a half, like, sorry, it's not going to work. I'm still digesting my food, and like with all these jumps or runs or like whatever it is, so cardio, like, it's not going to work for me. Okay, so we finish our workout. Recommendations are 30 minutes after you consume like a meal, carbs, protein. Yeah, so remember, like I think I said it like before, that carbohydrates helps to push proteins like into, like, break them down and, you know, distribute within your body. So if you consume just protein shake, it's okay, it will be absorbed. But if you add like some carbs like berries or bananas into your protein shake, the absorption will be much quicker, and it will help to repair your muscles, the one you just broke down like during the workout. So it's heaps good for you guys. And I go for proper meals after the workout. Again, I personally can't eat like 30 minutes right after. I need 1 hour, like, you know, to bring my heart rate down, so my body, like, you know, in a proper state to enjoy, sit down and eat my meal. And again, like what is the proper meal? It's rice with your protein. If you're vegan, you know, like your tofu, beans, rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, whatever you like. Yeah, go and look for F45 library, but you know, like, it's all proper meals, all right? So it's protein, it's carbs, so it's going to be a cup of quinoa, a cup of rice, sweet potato. I love potatoes. I'm Russian, so potatoes, fish, like a bit of fiber. I don't go like really heavy on fat because I love peanut butter. What else, guys? Like, to be honest, like that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. That was really quick. I didn't have any questions from you, so if you have any questions, please type them down. Reach out to me. Reach out into my Team Lean WhatsApp group. And I love you all. I will see you in the studio here, and let's smash it. Okay. That's it, guys. I'm going to stop now, stop sharing, and we'll stop recording. Mwah.